Yo, what you're about to hear just flipped the entire love and hip-hop world upside down. Scrappy? Yes, Mr. No Drama, Scrappy, just went OFF on camera after a video leak that got fans screaming betrayal, scandal, and straight up heartbreak, and guess who dropped the bomb? None other than Spice. She exposed Bambi in the most savage way possible, with hotel footage of her and her ex caught red-handed while everyone thought she was laying low. Scrappy's reaction? Unhinged. He threw off his mic, stormed off set, and shouted those final words that had everyone shook. I'm done protecting her. The cast was frozen. Security had to step in. Producers tried to shut it down, but the damage was done. Stay locked, 'cause we are about to walk you through every second of how this scandal unfolded and why fans are calling this the wildest LHH moment in years. The Love and Hip Hop set was already tense before the cameras started rolling. You could feel it in the air, like everybody knew something was about to pop off, but nobody wanted to say it out loud. Scrappy was pacing backstage, his mic already clipped in, and producers were whispering nervously through their headsets. But then, Spice walked in, not calm, not cool, but ready for war. She wasn't wearing her usual playful smirk. She looked tight, like a balloon ready to burst. On one hand, her phone. And on that phone, Stavidia? That would blow the whole room apart. I told y'all to stop playing with me, she snapped, waving the phone in the air like a grenade. Now I got receipts and everybody's about to see what Bambi really been on. Gasps. Producers scrambling. Even Mona Scott, who usually stays behind the curtain, peeked out like, what the hell is going on? Scrappy, who had just sat down in his seat, looked confused. What you talking about now, Spice? Don't start your drama today. But Spice cut him off cold. Nah, you need to see this for yourself. She walked straight over and held the phone up to his face. Silence. At first, all you could hear was the music on set. Then, slowly, you heard it? The muffled sound of a hotel hallway? A door creaking open. A female voice, Bambi's voice, laughing, flirting, saying, "Stop, you crazy," with a voice she ain't used with Scrappy in years. Then, the kicker, a man's hand. Pulls her inside, the camera, pans just enough to catch the profile of the guy. Not Scrappy. Not a friend, not security, her ex, and Johnny, the time stomp. Just 2 days before filming started, BOM's Scrappy's face went blank. Like straight up ghost mode. His hands slowly lowered from the phone and he just stared at the floor. What is this? He said under his breath. What the? Yo, what is this? The room froze. Even the audience, who hadn't seen the footage, knew something serious had just gone down. Spice wasn't done though. She walked straight to the center of the set, turned toward the cameras and said, let's stop acting like Bambi the victim here. She out here playing games with her man, with y'all, with all of us. I just had ENOUGH. Producers rushed over. Cut the feed, one yelled. Another tried to take the phone from Spice's hand, but she wasn't letting go. It's too late. The whole internet has already seen it. I dropped it on my close friends like 10 minutes ago. You think that ain't gonna leak? And I tweeted that while security tried to escort Spice off set. Fans on Twitter X were already going ham. Not Bambi in a hotel with her ex Scrappy Buddha pop a blood vessel. Spice is wild for this. This season just became legendary. #LHHATL back on set. Scrappy stood up. His eyes red, his fists clenched. You could tell this wasn't just reality TV anymore. This was real life shattering on camera. Carly Red whispered to Sierra. He bowed to black out. Ain't never seen him like this. Scrappy looked around the room, then pointed at one of the producers. Y'all knew. Y'all knew and let me walk in here like a clown. No, Scrappy. The producer replied nervously. We just found out. But he wasn't having it. He pulled his mic off and slammed it on the ground, then looked directly into the camera and shouted, I'm done protecting her. His voice echoed through the set like a shotgun. Some people in the crew flinched. Others just stood there, stunned. Security started to step in, but Scrappy waved them off. He wasn't on violent time. He was on heartbreak time. Betrayal time. He looked like a man who just watched his whole heart collapse. He stormed off set, cameras following as he disappeared down the hallway. Mumbling to himself, "I gave her everything, Brew. Everything. I took bullets for her, and she did this." Meanwhile, Bambi still hadn't arrived. Producers were calling her, texting her, even threatening to pull her contract. But her phone was going straight to voicemail. Spice sat back in her seat, adjusting her lashes like she ain't just caused a damn reality earthquake. "I told her to leave me alone. I told her not to test me. Now look." Sierra leaned over and whispered, "Girl, that was too much." But Spice wasn't backing down. Too much? You know what's too much? LYIN, disrespecting the man who stood by her while she was beefing with the whole city. She was cheating, Sierra. Not just flirting, not just deeming. She was out here in hotel rooms. The room felt quiet just then. Carly got a text. Her eyes widened. Yo. The footage just hit the shade room. Screams, gasps. People on set started checking their phones. It was real. The clip had already hit 1.2 million views in under 15 minutes. Scrappy was now trending at number 4 on Twitter. Scrappy, Bambi, and Spice were the top 3 search terms on IG. Even Bet reposted it with the caption, "Love and Hip Hop just got a little too real backstage." Scrappy was sitting on a crate, breathing heavy, tears in his eyes. The camera caught him whispering, "She made me look stupid. I fought for her. Went to war with my own mama for her." He pulled out his phone, went to his camera roll, all the pics with Bambi, deleted. One by one, producers tried to talk him down, but he wasn't hearing it. This ain't no storyline. This is real life. I love that girl. I have kids with her, and now everybody laughing at me like I'm a joke. Back on stage, the cast was buzzing. Spice had the room in her grip. But even she looked a little emotional. "I ain't doing this to be messy," she said. "I did this because I got tired of the fake. She been moving shady, and I got caught in her lies too." Suddenly, one of the assistants whispered something into a producer's ear. Bambi had just pulled into the parking lot. Everyone turned to the monitor. The next episode of Chaos about to begin. The hallway was silent, too silent, as Bambi strutted toward the set. She was late. No calls, no text. Just pulled up like she didn't know her whole life was burning down in real time. A camera followed her down the corridor. Her hair was laid, lashes on point, outfit fitted like she came to win a red carpet, ... Not face a war, but when she opened that studio door, she knew. The energy hit her in the chest, dead silence, all eyes locked on her. Even Carly Red, who's usually first to jump messy, just sat there clutching her drink. Spice, arms crossed, not even blinking. Scrappy, not even looking at her. And the screens around the set, still replaying the muted hotel footage. Loop, over and over. Bambi and her ex. Bambi enters the room. Bambi laughed. She froze. "Wait, ... y'all serious right now?" No one answered. She walked slowly toward her seat, scanning the room like a deer who just realized she walked into a lion's den. "Y'all looking at me like I did something." Scrappy finally looked up, his voice low but deadly clear. "You did?" Bambi paused mid-step. "Okay, hold on. What exactly do y'all think y'all saw?" Boom. Spice cut in like a knife. "We saw you at the hotel with Rodney 2 days before we started shooting. Same ex you swore was blocked forever. So what now?" Bambi's eyes narrowed. "You been digging through hotel footage? Now, are you really that pressed?" Wrong move. That line hit Scrappy in the gut. His fists spalled again. Pressed. "Bambi, you were laid up with another dude, laughing, giggling, token bout. Stop playing while I'm out here. Defending, you getting dragged by blogs, going at it with my own mom for you." Bambi rolled her eyes. You are always so dramatic. You don't even know the full story. Nitrogen monoxide, Scrappy barked. You tell the full story then? Right here? Right now? What were you doing in that room? The cameras zoomed in. The crew froze. Lights dimmed slightly, like they KNEW. This was about to be a moment. Bambi paused. Her face started to shift. Less cocky, more vulnerable. She looked at Spice, then back at Scrappy. It wasn't like that. Scrappy stood up. Wasn't. Like what? Bam! Huh. He just tripped and fell into the room with you. You were playing Uno all night. Nah. You've been playing me, and now the whole world watching me looks like a dummy. Bambi took a deep breath. Then she sat down. Listen, I messed up. Okay, I ain't gonna sit here and lie. Yeah, I linked up with him. But not for what y'all think. I was ... confused. Gasps. Carly redmouths. Confused. Scrappy walked away from his seat and started pacing. That's your excuse? You were confused? Got kids? Got a whole marriage that we barely patched up after Miami. And you were confused. Bambi's eyes started watering. You don't know what it's like to feel alone, Scrappy. Even when we are together, I feel invisible. You don't talk to me. You shut down. I needed someone who remembered me. Not just the baby mama, not the storyline. Me. Sierra jumped. Girl, ... You could have gone to therapy. You didn't need to go back to your ex. Bambi looked down. Silence again. Spice raised her eyebrow. So, you admit it? You were cheating. Period. Bambi shook her head fast. I never slept with him, I swear. Yeah, we hugged. Yeah, I let him come in. But I didn't cross that line. Not fully. I stopped. After the cameras caught you. Spice fired back. After you knew you couldn't hide anymore? Scrappy stopped pacing. His voice dropped lower than ever before. So I gotta ask, were you ever loyal? Or was I just a placeholder till you got bored again? Bambi started crying now. Not performative, real. Shoulders shaking, mascara smudging. You could see this. Wasn't part of the plan. I didn't mean to hurt you, Scrappy. I really didn't. I was spiraling. I didn't know what to do. Scrappy raised his hand. Save it. Don't say another word. He looked straight into the camera. I stayed quiet for years. I took L's for her, stayed off social media, covered up mess. But this right here, I'm done. You heard me already. I'm done protecting her. Let the world see the real. He sat back down. Meanwhile, Twitter X was in full meltdown. This reunion is history. I feel bad for Scrappy. He really tried for her. She said she was confused like we stupid not Bambi pullin' the invisible card after she got caught. Chilly, but it got messier. Spice, never one to leave a body halfway buried, pulled her phone back out, and since we airin' everything, here's the texts. Oh, snap. She airdropped them to the producers. And they immediately flashed them on the studio screen. Bambi to Rodney. I miss how simple it was with you. He doesn't see me anymore. I wish I never left TBH. Scrappy, read them out. Loud. One by one. Each word was like a bullet. Bambi couldn't even speak. Even Carly was like, girl, you can't come back from this one. Sierra leaned over and whispered to Spice, you trying to ruin her whole life? Spice replied, no, she did that herself. I just passed the mic suddenly. A producer walked out and tried to break the moment. Y'all, we need a 5-minute reset, but Scrappy, shut it down. Nah, let it roll. Let everybody see this. Y'all always want real on this show. Well, now you got it. And that's when it happened. The audience started clapping, not for Bambi, not even for Spice, but for Scrappy. Because for once, the man who always stayed quiet finally let it all out. I ain't bitter. I ain't angry. I'm just free now. Free from the lies, from the gaslighting, from protecting someone who never protected me. Bambi stood up slowly, tears still falling, and whispered, I'm sorry. Scrappy looked at her one last time. It's too late. Sorry. He walked off stage again. This time, not in rage, but in peace. And Johnny, the internet, was shaken. The dust had barely settled, but the internet was already on fire. That reunion, footage, the tears, the texts. The tape was all over social media like wildfire. Hash. Scrappy deserves better. Hashtag Bambi exposed, hashtag Spice was right. All three were trending nationwide. Clips of Scrappy's meltdown hit millions of views in hours. The video of him yelling, "I'm done protecting her," became a viral sound on TikTok. Edits popped up with dramatic music, slow-mo zooms, and captions like, "When the loyalty finally breaks." Even major outlets jumped in. That reposted it. The Breakfast Club was already scheduling a segment. Even Wendy Williams' replacement dropped a teaser. We'll talk about how Bambi fumbled the bag. Again. But while the world laughed, tweeted, and picked sides behind the scenes, Scrappy wasn't celebrating. He was sitting in a dressing room alone. Producers offered water, makeup, even a full therapist on standby. He waved them all away. "I ain't trying to talk, I just need air." They gave him space. He stepped out, walked past the trailers, and sat outside on a studio bench. For 20 minutes, no cameras, no mic. Just a man trying to breathe through the betrayal. And inside, Bambi was spiraling. Her lashes were ruined. Her glam squad was trying to refix her face while she sat in a folding chair, wiping her nose and whispering, "I didn't think it would go this far." Spice, in her own trailer, was low-key emotional too, even if she ain't show it on stage. Carly walked in and asked, "You sure you had to do it like that?" Spice took a long pause. "I didn't want to embarrass her. Really didn't." But she kept acting like she was innocent while playing in our faces. Carly sighed, chilly. "You turned this season into a documentary." But here's the twist. As Bambi sat backstage, quietly crying, her phone buzzed. A DM from Scrappy. Everyone assumed he blocked her, ghosted her, wiped his hands clean. But nope, the message was short, simple, and real. "Even though you hurt me, I don't hate you. Just take accountability, for real." Bambi stared at the message for a minute, didn't type. Didn't respond, but something shifted. She stood up, told producers, "I need 5 minutes with the cameras. Alone." They scrambled into motion. Everyone assumed she was about to throw more shade, cry more, or maybe even clap back at Spice. But what happened? Next, nobody expected it. The lights came on, Bambi sat down, micked up. Eyes swollen, makeup patchy, but real. She looked straight into the lens and said, "I messed up. There's no spin, no excuse. What I did was betrayal. I broke the heart of someone who loved me more than I even realized. And the worst part? I kept trying to minimize it, make it seem like it wasn't that deep, like y'all didn't see what y'all saw." She paused. Deep breath. "But you did. And now the whole world's watching me deal with it." Cut to fans reacting live in real time. The clip hit LHH's IG story with the caption, "Bambi's public statement, full clip tonight, comments blew up. Okay, that was actually mature. Felt that. She owned it finally. Still not Team Bambi, but I respect honesty. Scrappy deserves peace." Spice really lit this whole season on fire. The network wasted no time. They edited a promo teaser with Bambi's sit down, Scrappy's breakdown, and Spice dropping her classic line, "I just passed the mic." Fans were locked in, but behind the camera, producers had a new challenge because Scrappy, who said he was done, requested one final scene. They were hesitant at first. "You sure?" He nodded. "Let me close it how I want to close it." They gave him the green light. In the final scene, Scrappy entered the studio again, not with rage, but calm. Bambi was there, standing near the edge. Like she didn't know if she should run or speak. He looked at her, then at the camera. "You know what hurts the most? It's not even the hotel, or the lies, or the disrespect. It's the fact that I believed in her, even when she didn't believe in me." Bambi started to speak, but he held up his hand. I don't need more words. I heard enough. The internet heard enough. But I just want to say this. He turned back to the lens. Sometimes you gotta let people go. Not because you hate them, but because you love yourself too much to keep being broken. I protected her for too long, hide too much, covered too many bruises, mental and emotional. But today, I choose me. And with that, he walked out. Cue the music. Fade to black. Post-finale fallout. Spice gained 300K followers on IG overnight. Scrappy went live the next day, chillin' with his daughter and smiling. Fans flooded the chat with "We love you." Bambi posted a muted story with the words, "Growth is ugly, but worth it." Rumors hit that Rodney the X tried to give interviews, but nobody was buying what he was selling. LHH teased an upcoming spin-off special. Scrappy, Uncut, Life After Bambi, and the fans still debating, was Spice right to air it out? Did Bambi redeem herself at the end? Scrappy carried this whole season. This is the best reality TV show I have seen in years. Yo, what just happened was more than just another messy reunion. This was raw, this was real, and this was painfully honest. Scrappy didn't just walk away from Bambi. He walked away from years of loyalty, lies, and silence. Spice ain't hold back. Bambi finally told the truth. And now, everything's changed. But what do you think? Was Spice wrong for leaking the video? Did Bambi really own it, or just do damage control? And is Scrappy really done? Or is there still a spark left to save? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Team Scrappy, Team Bambi, or Team the Tape Don't Lie. And if this shook you like it shook the cast, hit that like, subscribe, and tap the bell. We got more wild stories, exclusive drama, and jaw-dropping, tea-dropping every week.